Hello, peeps, it's the Hillbilly halfwit, and today we're talking about Carry On Wales. Carry On Wales, we're the biggest laughing stock in the world, and what must Putin and all these other leaders think about our country with these sad sacks in charge? So let's get going. Carry On Wales, and there he is, Gething on the right, on the bottom, the Joker. Sid James is be laughing his head off. He'd be laughing his head off it. I cannot believe what happened yesterday. It was a disgrace. He definitely should have been thinking of going. And after that vote, the way he talked about trying to say it was nothing he'd done it wrong and basically everybody was a racist or whatever for bringing it up. You're not racist for bringing up actual fraud that has happened by the guy. It's all documented and it's a tip of the iceberg. And what I noticed yesterday was that he's made it to the top of the Labour Party, but on the way up he's stepped on a lot of people. And yesterday everybody paid him back. This is what everybody is thinking in Wales today. What the duck? He's not going. This is what I'm thinking. This is what everybody's thinking in Wales. You would think he would have apologised for getting into that state and people would think better, but none of it. He denied it all. If you look at my past videos, it is physical proof of all what's happened. This is what I've heard a while back, and I haven't heard nothing of it yet. Another scandal cometh. Campaigners call for public inquiry into Vaughan Gething's role in a controversial 835 million cancer project. Now, I don't know nothing about this. I haven't looked into it, but this will come out. I can guarantee you. I've said this before, but this is the guy that didn't turn up for the vote yesterday and had a big hand in him losing the vote. Now, this guy has worked for a Welsh nudge unit. He's in lots of big civil service operations. He's worked for the BBC. He's in head of Sustrans, and suddenly he was ill yesterday and couldn't turn up to vote. And they lost by 2 votes. So if he turned up, they would have helped out. There is something very, very odd here. Now, listen to what he said. Remember, Labour have been in charge for 25 years. After 20 years, we've pretended we know what we're doing on the economy. And the truth is, we don't really know what we're doing on the economy. Everybody's making it up as we go along. Lee Waters, AM, Deputy Economy Minister. This is a calibre of people we've got making decisions in Wales. If you were voting this guy in your area, you want a head examination. I said this when I did the Dickford thing yesterday. PISA results, Wales slumps the worst school test in UK, and in Europe. This is by the BBC Wales Education and Family Correspondent. 4th of December 2023. So it's all true. They're worrying about having a week off school. They want to stop pushing this nonsense in schools, which we all know, the Rainbow Warriors. This is what is coming to Wales. Now, if you don't realise this, it is coming to Wales. We're echoing what is happening in Scotland. Look there on the front row. That's a front row of Labour. Don't forget, Labour wants to bring Nicola Sturgeon's gender recognition bill to Wales. Labour's gender change shake-up will end in tears. This is coming to Wales. It is coming. Make no mistake about it. And if you lot think it isn't, it's coming. Wales is run by the civil service, and the civil service are pushing this. So I remember years ago, lots of people who aren't alive now, there was a big scandal with paedophilia in the UK, and it was from the Paedophile Information Exchange. And if you look in the history and search this all up, you'll find out it's all true. The Paedophile Information Exchange actually had a head office in a civil service. When they were phoning to get Labour were very much helping on this. I'm trying to remember her name now. It was a Labour MP. That's why she couldn't be leader of the Welsh, not the Welsh Labour, of English Labour. What's her name? It's got out of my head at the moment. But her and her husband were campaigning, because they were solicitors, for the paedophile information exchange. And when people phoned up, all these papers phoned up to talk about to the leader of this paedophile information exchange, he'd been given an office in the civil service. So they were phoning the civil service. This is the same thing. This is going to end up exactly the same. I'm not against anybody, gay, straight, or whatever, but there is something a bit strange about pushing this sort of thing onto children in school who just want to play and learn. And if anybody says anything about it, it's a bit bizarre, isn't it? Can you imagine asking a Catholic preacher to go and talk in a school wearing a thong? If somebody said that to your local school, you'd say, "Oh, he's a pervert." But you can ask somebody, one of these people in a thong, dressed up in sex stuff, to come and talk in the school, into primary kids. It's bonkers. So there we are. We got off the subject a bit, but I noticed this yesterday, and I thought, what on earth are these people doing? What on earth? That's all the front bench of Labour there. So anyway, I don't think he's going to go. He's going to stick it out now, but hopefully it'll dent him a bit. I did feel a bit sorry for him yesterday because he's got himself into this mess. He has got himself into a mess because he doesn't think he's done anything wrong. They do not realise that selling stuff for other people and getting paid for it while you're being paid by the public is not wrong. That is what's more worrying than anything. They think that's okay. They think it's okay when you're being paid to be there to help us, not to sell stuff to us. So there we are. Just a short one today because I got a bit of stuff to do today, okay? So please comment, rate and subscribe. Ta-da!